Ba-da-da-da. Not too sure how many people are going to be on this early Sunday morning, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, but I'm going to open up a little box of 2020 Jumbo just because I got like stuff in the laundry room and all this stuff started it. Upstairs is just a little too noisy. Hey, what's up, CBC? How you doing? I figured I'd break a little Bowman Jumbo here. Can I get you to move, buddy? Probably not. I'm just a bum bum. Crazy dog. I know everybody was going to be up. This has been haunting me to open one. I got product from all different distributors for this stuff, so who knows? Maybe we could pull a super, which I'm pretty sure they're all in hobby. No, 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 no break. I'm just doing this myself, personal for myself. I don't know if anybody'd be on or not, so. What's up, Brian? Heard you guys are having protests in Greensburg, at Lynchfield, and Legion Keener today. Yeah, just a little personal for myself. I still got three more behind me, but there's like they're mixed between shipments, so I figure I'd give a shot for one. This is one of the last boxes I just got in with a new shipment. See what happens. Hoping to get something because I got another thing I want to send out to be graded here this month. So I don't blame you. I'd head to the mountains too, man. That's too close to home. So we got some chromage here. Murphy rookie. Paredes for Tigers. Morjon. Oh, that's a lot of paper in this stuff. I would really open this, watch much of it. Everybody keeps opening it, and I have stuff behind me, and I'm like, I'm going to open one. Oh, not much, Jack. Just open a personal this, see what happens. Dylan Carlson, Killaroff, Hill, Mountcastle. I'm going to try to get a couple more for a PSA order I could mail in. It'll take probably like 10 years. What's up, Parker's Cards? How you doing? Parker Card Breaks. See, when I'm not really like, it's something for myself, I can stop it. I always feel bad when I'm doing other stuff. Where'd I put the wrappers at? Oh, there they are. Plus, my garbage down here is about full, so I figured I'd at least get. Oh, we got at least a green in the back, green shimmer. I think. But see, all my boxes are mixed between the first and the second shipment, so I don't know. Maybe we'll pull some good. Nico Horner paper, which looked pretty good there. Nope. Good old Kellenick, man. Off center, I'd probably have a chance at that. Bryce Wilson. What's everybody up to today? I'm going to get ready to grill some steaks here shortly. I just picked up my first Bowman Apache last night. Dude had a price for $300, PSA 10. He dropped it to 200. I know there's Dominguez after I see it now on the screen, but that might actually be one of the better center ones I've seen. Crap, I don't have the. Yeah, I got them underneath the drawer, I think. But anyhow, he dropped it to 200. The average is about 212. So I pulled the trigger last night onto it. Oh, do I have any in here? I blame the pug if I don't. I do. I can see him laying there, kind of, sort of. My little Graydon sleevers. Great. Having gloves on does not help grabbing these. So Dominguez looked pretty centered there for being paper. Like there's like this hair it's on here from the dog. I can't get her to move. It moves but doesn't want to come off type deal. All right, I'm gonna put that over there because the gloves are just like straight static on this. So definitely a gradable Dominguez finally. Very, very pretty. So always good. They will be. and people will hold them, and eventually he'll end up doing something, or maybe not doing anything at all. But this stuff you gotta remember was cut 10%, so a lot of breakers are already through their product. Ooh, what we got coming up? Ooh, I can't wait! Come on, be something good. Daz Cameron, Miguel Vargas. Oh, it's blue. Zach Thompson. I thought it was green shimmer shimmer. It's aqua blue out of 125 shimmer shimmer. Do I grade or hold this? I'm just going to sleeve this for now. I'll make a decision at the end. Castillo, Alberto. Not to be confused. Where would Alberto go? Not to be confused with Alberto Del Rio. Lizardo, Anthony K. Toro. Yeah, blues are nice, man. That might be something I said to SGC, with an order. So I want to add a couple cards for weight. You guys will, oh, there's a purple coming up. You guys will hear me scream if I pull something big this morning. Bo Bichette rookie. Man, this is probably one of the nicer papers that I've seen come out with centering. I've seen some crappy centerings coming out. There's a Cal Lewis. We'll put him on the side too. Maybe for later. What we got? Mr. Vogelbach, purple paper out of 250. Mariners. Some stuff I might just end up sticking in the store too. I gotta do that this afternoon. And hey, if you guys were in the sale last night, I'm holding it before shipping. I'm gonna run the giveaway first, just in case you get the giveaway. I can add to your package. I know it makes sense. What's up, man? How you doing? Gorilla, I have Jumbo. I opened. You all been opening this stuff. I feel left out. I haven't opened any for myself. Y'all check out Mount Gorilla's page, man. He's a cool guy. Aidman, purple. Yeah, I got three more behind me, and I'm just sitting looking at them like I may sell one. But see, the good thing is if I pull something good out of this, there's still a box I got from, or no, box or two back there, first shipment. So I don't know why I just put that in this. You stay sleeved till later. Carcion. Wonder Franco. The hype before Dominguez. See you later there, Aunt. Ashby. Beck. Evan White. Well, so far no auto. There's a Dustin May. Oh man, they want autos, man, but they just want them all dirt cheap. What's surprising, I've pulled more color out of this than I have both hobbies so far. I think because that one box only had one in it. Sean Murphy. I see a lot of this stuff. There's a Dustin May Chromage, Bowman Scouts. I see a lot of this stuff moving on Facebook routes, just to be honest, more than I do eBay. And if you really want to look at like for graded stuff, I know none of this is well. A couple of them have come back graded guys that did 1 day and 2 day. Look at myslabs.com. That's the place you want to move your slabs, man. 1% seller fee. You know, some people don't do buy it nows. They love the auctions too. That's the thing that's really weird this year. Balamont, Rollison, Mateo, Liberatore, Allen, Yamamoto, and Otani there. Vladdy Jr. Yeah, the newer stuff's what's going to kill it right now. Even like the 80s stuff is really hot. 70s and back, nobody's picking it up yet. Let's not say it too loud because next thing you know, it's going to be the next hot thing, and I'm not going to have anything I can buy at a reasonable price on eBay. A lot of people do the auctions. I do it too on stuff that I know is going to go. All the rookie cards. Should have an auto coming up here eventually. Yamamoto, Spencer Howard, Kopech. Trying to remember the names here. There's a Bobby Woody Jr. That's a little off center compared to what we've been seeing, though. Put him just in a regular thing right now. He's not impressive to be great. What are you doing, Emilu Cat? I usually refer to them by their colors of their fur, but I stopped myself. Yeah, I've done that too, and a lot, especially my higher end stuff. Just don't do it during the days because not too many people are on. Um, I look at doing my stuff. Luis Robert, I love these. That looks pretty good too. I run mine usually in the evenings between. If I have a large order, it's between 8 and 10 p.m. Eastern, and I end it always on Fridays and Saturdays if I auction. Daytime, I just never done real well. If it's stuff I don't care, it's like 99-cent auctions. I just do them in the evenings always. I try to do them a little bit later, so both East and West Coast are in there. What's up, the hobbyist? How you doing? There you go. See, when I'm doing stuff for myself, I have more time to where if I not going quick, I don't feel bad. Yep, one of the popular ones I was even on. I messed up on one man. I got distracted. Mm, might be a possibility for a 9.5. That's the rookie of him. What? Come on, camera. There we go. I'm hoping we haven't had an auto yet. It's supposed to be three autos. Watch redemption of somebody. Oops. Start putting paper in the wrong stack here. All right, there we go. Oh, there's the first auto. What do you know? Hiding right there. Tony Dibrell. Yeah, gonna give it a little bit of loving. Mets. Trying to see if it says. Oh, pitcher. Pitcher. Uh, I'm not a pitcher person, so it'll get sold. I need some 50s to come back in stock. 59ers, man. No, I can't complain. The rookie card autos are really hard to hit in this stuff. Wonder again. I just don't know if it's. You never know, man, because with this stuff here, 10 years from now, having a grade and sitting, somebody might be like, oh man, I'll pay $300 for a Paper Wonder Franco prospect card. It's all about timing on this stuff through the years. Shea Langley Ayers, Chisholm, Damon Jones. We have not seen the Oakland dude yet. Had paper on Witt and the other dude. I got many. If you'd see, one day I'll get the camera and point behind. I got so much stuff. But the sad part is, I think I'm down to about 10 packs of regular top loaders right now. The 50s and 70s, man, you can't find anywhere. And if you do, they're outrageous. So I guess I want it right here. All right. Oh! 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 It's a Brave out of 50. Paolini? I don't know, but I'm happy. I'm drooling now. Hello, Mr. PSA. Because you are centered. I'm getting underneath the light to make sure I got no fuzzies. Those will come right out. All right. He's an outfielder and he's a Brave. They've been doing good on their prospects, man. He'll be one of them dudes that probably aren't worth a whole lot right now, and I'll just hold it, and next thing you know, he's like a Kuna Matata. Another one of these. He's way off centered. Let's get back to the centered stuff here, Bowman. Kellenick. Brady Singer. Pardonho. Oscar Gonzalez. Why did I just put the paper here? Man, I am just messing up today on my stacks. Oh, trust me, I will. It will be overnighted to Beckett. Aquino. And a Jordan. Man. They keep getting me on these centerings, but Dominguez was on point. Oh, Bowman's hard to find, man. This is just stuff I had from release. Everybody's been opening it. I haven't really opened any for myself, and I figured, what the heck, I'll open a box. There's good old Mayfield. Paper. Joe Dell off-centered. Kraus. I don't know about that guy. I'm going to put him on the side. I hear people high, some aren't. Same with this Pierre dude. This guy here, man, Tavares, you haven't heard anything about him since his freaking Bowman Chrome days. Well, if it'll. Why is going on with my camera? All right, take that camera. Ooh, I pull a red, and I will probably fall off my chair onto the dog. We'll put Lux over here. You can hear the stupid cat. I don't know what she sees. Probably a freaking butterfly again. No auto. Okay. Now I know where the autos are hiding at. Shane Bieber, not related to Justin. There's a nice wander. Man, another one killing me with the Saturn. Bowman with the prices. Abrams just looks cool. I'm going to put him off to the side too for later. Believe it or not, his Bowman draft Chrome graded at PSA 10. It was like an hour left last night for. Hey, see what I did now? For Rushman, and it was over $60. Okay, I go like this so I get the focus back. I don't know what's up with this camera this morning. What are you doing, camera? Huh. There you guys go. I was like, you guys should be able to post links. That's a good there. Man, I wish I'd have held my tattoo skull that I pulled out of Bowman Chrome vending back in the day. Probably pay for half a vehicle with that right now. Just making sure it ain't the auto. Okay. I'm going to try to do the audit last. Maybe. Tatis. Luis Robert. No, I haven't. I didn't even know they were out yet, Magnus. I know they were not at Walmart. I went and got the old haircut. I was first person in line a half hour early, man. Those girls laughed at me down there. But they won't do beard trims and all this other craziness, so I got a little bit cut off just to make it neat and pretty for the time being. But I stopped by the Wally Worlds. They didn't have anything anywhere. Nothing's been restocked anywhere out here. Tilla, Rushman, Marquez, Borjowski, Sam Huff. Oh, I'm sure it was. See the autos here? Autos in that stack. I'm going to hold off on that one to last. It's just a base. It's just a base Dominguez. Right. Oh, did not rip right. Oh, man, retail's crazy, CBC. I'm glad Mountain Gorilla Man there told me about Series 2 because I got a case of it coming. Got a little color in the back. Let me get the focus back. There we go. Diaz, Puck, Nico. So I'm talking about, man. I like going on people's streams, man. We all share information. Is that like something numbered? No. Off centered pretty bad. Durand. Man, we haven't seen a Polino at all. Oh, come on. Let's go this way with it. Ah, it's not going to work the way I wanted. Marquez blew out of 150. I wanted to try to see, but I don't want to scratch these up moving them. What is going on, man? My camera does not want to focus today. There we go. Out of 150. I can't believe it. Not one Paulino card, man. Auto's in there, so I'm going to let that pace last. Maybe it'll be a Polino and I'll be happy. Or Poussin, that's who I'm. Why did I say Polino? I probably do, Magnus. There's a stack here. I haven't had a chance to do a mail day yet. I'm gonna do it Monday because a lot of stuff came in yesterday. Let me look real quick. Tell you here in a second. Uh, ABC, Natalie Mendoza. I don't think you're Virginia Beach. Okay, would this be you? There's no return address. Oh wait, it's on the back. Yep, I got it. Regard, never mind. It's on the back. I do have it. I don't know why I was saying Polino for so long. Their Bishop. Oh, there we go. Poussin Chrome Edge. Very good. Very good. Dang it, I ran out of dang card savers. That's fine. I'll do it afterwards. At least they're sleeved. Takes me a sec because I use the cloth to wipe it down real quick. Scuba, I heard his name before. I don't know why. See who our auto is. Oh! Oh! Game over. A little bit shaking here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I just lost where I put my cloth. There it is. Gotta do the little wipe downs on stuff. I was not prepared for that. This I probably will not sell. He'll go and get graded. Now it makes me wonder if my other box of this stuff from this time frame has a freaking Dominguez because I've seen it so much now. Tino, it's nice looking too. Now Wood will get graded. It'll sit there and marinate. Well, I don't have enough for my sleeves there. The movie's. Oh, see, I was so nervous I started putting paper where the chrome was supposed to be. I'll go back to those later. So some nice paper did come out though. I mean, Poussin, nice Franco. That Robert's good. That's nice. Chet, nice paper Dominguez. Okay, sounds good. I'll look at it when it comes in. Appreciate it. And then some stuff I got to get the card savers. I only had so many in the stack there. Those will definitely go for grades. That'll be a grader. Some of this is just really badly off centered. I like that width, but that's fine. Autos, man, did good. We wooded it out. I mean, centering great. I didn't see any lines onto it for printer run error crap. Gold Polini, I guess is his name. He'll go get graded. This will just go in the store. I'm not a big picture dude. DeBrell. I was not prepared for the finish on that, man. I was not. Those will both be graders. Those will definitely both be graders. There's some stuff here that I put to the side. I'm not too sure. I'm probably going to sleeve these anyhow right now. A lot of times I sleeve stuff and I just stick it in boxes, but I'll probably at least get them into the card savers. Lux. Well, Lux is kind of centered. We'll put him. Where'd my center pile go? I don't even know now. Oh wait, Scooble's my center pile. That's why. Nico Horner, Abrams, Lux, that guy, and that guy. A little Dustin May off centered action. Kyle Lewis, another Nico. Some stuff for SGC. That way you can hurry and get it back and get him sold type deal. You are correct, sir. And you know, I'm glad. See, you've seen it too, where you start pulling hot stuff in a case, the rest of it has been like really hot. I have seen it to where there is a Wit and Dominguez both in the same case with Jumbo. Uh yeah, it's possible. It really is. I mean, there could be a Poussin in there. It's freaking red, but I've seen it to where it's been banger cases. Yep. I mean, there could be another. There could be a Wit in there that's freaking parallel. So yeah, definitely probably hold them for now. It'll be something I'll open later on down the road. But I figured, I have an opening Bowman up. Oh wow, that sounds like my luck this year with Bichette, man. I was pulling like in what the heck was it? Was it Gypsy Queen this year I was in? Where I'd pull like one auto and there'd be another auto variation and stuff. So I can see it. I really can. It's hard to get Bowman. I got 3 boxes of hobby that are coming in. They're still from the initial order. Hopefully they come in this week. I'm pretty sure they are. I will probably sell those whenever we come live one day, either next weekend if somebody wants them. But the jumbos I always try to keep to open for myself. And normally it's whenever I'm trying to do shipments and stuff where I might need a couple of filler cards into it to where, basically you gotta actually let me get these sleeves so I can take my gloves off. But where you're trying to get a bulk order done or, up to this amount for this shipping, it's only like two short, you're like, what the heck? Especially when PSA runs their quarterly specials of 25 cards. You'll see me always throw in like three or four more just to get them at $10 a piece or $8, like the '80s stuff. I try to open as what I can. Like this week here is going to be really strange because we're going to have score football, two boxes. I'll use one as a giveaway next weekend as long as they come in. I got three boxes of Court Kings hobby basketball. I should have this Bowman that they still owe me coming in. Three hobbies, and there was something else. Tier 1 baseball. That's what it is. And I'll have all that stuff for sale on probably Friday night when I come live if anybody wants any of it. We can do some personal breakages. It's Court Kings and everything would be expensive to break, I think, really. I've been tempted to. Well, I can't get hockey because I'm not a storefront, but I am starting to get tempted to open some hockey up. What was I going to do? Oh, eBay. Let me pull it from this other computer. I'm just curious. This dude. Well, he's probably selling for a ridiculous amount. This Braves dude. 20. Paolini. Just out of curiosity. Well, if his base is selling for $25, that's actually a positive. Gold shimmers, which get a lot less, 124. Well, that's actually the orange sold for. Oh wait, that's best offer. Golds are up without shimmers at 450. Now, there's one for 300. Let's see if anything's sold. 114 shimmer action sold. Yellow refractor out 75 under 100. Eh, it's definitely worth grading though. Definitely worth grading. That's my guess offhand. Grading will really give it a little bit of a boost too. I'll have to really debate, man. PSA's just taking so long on their orders, but both of the no, the wit would definitely have to probably go into the freaking 20 day, I think, by price. I used to love SPA. I always liked Upper Deck regular because you had the young guns. I liked SPA. I liked the Cup. And there was one more, not SPX, not O-Pee-Chee. Black Diamond. That was the other one I liked. Black Diamond. I had to think about it. Yeah, he could. He could get traded off, and because if they bring up Patchy Boy, Their outfield's what? Acuna. Is it Acuna, Albies, and right now they have two guys rotating. Oh, I love Black Diamond, man. With the 4-star and 3-star rookies. I want to say Stamkos when he came out. Oh, he was a 4-star. He was a four. There was somebody that surprised me was a 3-star. And I can't remember who it was back in the day. I could see them possibly. They're saying Patchy has good speed. I could see them trading off like. Is it all? Yeah, Ozzy Albies. Yeah, that's right, Ozzy Albies. Moving him, and if Patchy does good, putting him there. But you never know, man. They could switch this dude around, and he could be a first baseman because that's what they do a lot. Or if they start bringing up designated hitters to the National League. Oh, that's right, it's Azuna. That's right. They have done well with prospecting. I will say that very very well. I forgot they picked up Ozuna, but it also lets these guys that are young like that dude there and to develop real well into the minor leagues instead of rushing them up. And I really think, say in a couple of years you have a so-so guy on a team that's due a lot of money. I'm not talking about Kuna or something, but they could say, "Hey, go ahead. We got a rookie. It's going to replace you cheaper." Really, Brace Ball. I have to remember that one. Man, almost makes me want to open another box of this stuff right now, but just out of one box, there's just so much to grade. So much. I've heard actually what Drew Waters, right? Or Waiters, however they're calling his name. I always said Waters. I think somebody said Waiters the other day, and I was like, man, have I been pronouncing it wrong the whole time for him? I'll show you guys. Let me see if I can pull my eBay from. I'll show you what I've been sniping, man. I usually get like $100 twice a week off of this online casino, and instead of them paying you to take in 2 weeks, I've taken eBay gift cards. And with that, there, I mean, it's free money. I don't mind going a little bit over on some players, but I try not to. Let's see if I can blow this up. Nope, won't let me. So I picked that up. That's where he dropped it $100 last night. Griffey Orange PSA 10, and that's what no, that wasn't with shipping. A bow that I hit sniped at the '87 Classic Travel. Goldschmidt, I think he'll end up being one somebody's going to chase, and that's the traded diamond. There's a '90s score boxes. I got one stack there. There's a Frankie PSA 10 coming in. Griffey. I paid over on that, but it was one of those things I just wanted to grab a hold of because I don't want to fight auctions. And then another bow there. And then this is four or six of these. I forget. It doesn't show it. Oh, and that was already delivered for my PSA set. So I've been picking up stuff left and right with those things. I was holding off using them because I figured they were going to end of the month they'd do like a 10% eBay bucks or five, and they didn't. So I had to hurry up and use them. A lot of people always forget about Swanson, man, because he started off so horrible. Braves are going to be a pretty good team if they stay healthy, because that's always a hard thing there. I'll stick these in case anybody comes wandering in. They're like, "What are you doing?" just because I got stuff stacked everywhere. Man, I'm just glad those centerings on those were good. Width may be a little bit off now, and I'm looking at. It might be just because I'm slanting it too. Still greater. Man, I remember everybody was talking big on Swanson because he was like a D-backs guy, and it was Leaf Metal Draft. I ended up buying a box, and I pulled Swanson, and I think it was numbered if I recall right. And there was like two other like top like 10 dudes on the scouting report. And I just remember Swanson was the big one. I put him up quick, made a lot of money, and ended up on that. And I ended up buying like 4 boxes of 14-15 Upper Deck Letterman. Had a nice Jordan patch out of it and a LeBron auto out of 5. It never got processed. And Upper Deck hooked me up real good though. I will say that. Yeah, that's true. Shortstop's always one of the hardest positions I think really out there. I mean, when you start looking at some of the guys that played, there's not a whole lot of power with your shortstops because they're more like with their defense and stuff and just getting on base. But I think he'll do well if healthy. He brought up his numbers. I can't remember who the other two I had out of that draft class now. It wasn't Bregman, no. Catchers, yes. Same with pitchers. I mean, I never invest in pitchers at all. Catchers, I don't really even ever touch them. I might have one laying around here or there, but like since like the Piazza days and maybe even Posada, I really haven't touched it. Gary Sanchez, maybe, might be about all. Contreras, dude, maybe, but nothing's gonna be crazy. I always look for mostly anybody that's not a freaking catcher or pitcher. Still can't beat it, especially out of Don Russ being a Panini product too. Jeter Downs was a big one. Nobody was taking him because he was a Bowman draft first Bowman, and I was buying the crap out of that team. I watched him play up here in Louisville. It was Jeter Downs, Nick Senzel, Aquino was up there. There was one more dude too, but I think they were all doing pretty good. Oh man, Jeter Downs. I had gold, blue, I had a couple purples and the regular auto refractors, but those I ended up grading in a big stack when I did BGS, and they were like really giving out a lot of tens back then. But I think I sold all mine around August, September last year. I may have kept one or two. I'll have to dig through and look. That might have been why there was a spike too, because everybody started trying to razz Jeter Downs. I know I razzed a few of them off, and then I remember taking about 7 or 8 base autos, and I stuck them out. And I did them every day. One went off in the evening, and they were getting stupid money. That's the hard thing of baseball, man. Just prospecting and knowing your guys and everything. And I will say a lot of the prospecting that I get information, I'll once I start seeing dudes razzing cards and they're left and right coming out, I'll start looking at eBay and I'll start looking at sales on this stuff, and then I'll look to see what I have, and I'll turn around and I'll start thinking about half the collection gone just so I can make the money back on the other half. I'll usually sit on, and it's all profit. Yeah, I was gonna say I thought my blue got around 350. I'm pretty sure. Because if I recall right, that's before they started doing No, they had shimmers that year. I'm pretty sure. I think that's when they started shimmers with him with that year. Yep, I do that constantly. I did it with Luca. Luca, everybody was razzing like PSA 10s for like, oh man, they were like 30, 40 per when they first came out with a lot of people grading them. And the Gem 9 fives, I stacked up. Then I grabbed a bunch of his optics and optic hollows. I pulled 2 contenders autos out of 4 boxes each time I ordered two, which was amazing. I don't know how that happened. Um, I end up getting in a break of choice, and I got the Tiger Stripe Luca. Trying to think what else I got. I had a bunch of red, greens, red, white, and blues. But when his silver prism gem BGSs were at like 13, 1400, I took a lot of them, and that's when I started selling them. I kept 2 PSA 10 silvers, 2 gem silvers, and I have the Tiger Stripe and 1 contenders upstairs. And I think I have 2 optic hollows too. The rest of them I sold. It way covered my expenses, and I was happy. Oh yeah, I grade that stuff. RJ Barrett, I think, was just on a horrible team, to be honest. Oh man, I got 2 Barrett regular prisms. They're waiting to go out. The bases. I sent in the fast break variation, a regular variation, a silver, and I'd have to look, but I think I sent in like 5 or 6 Barretts. I sent in a bunch of Kobe's from Prism, like the Hyper, the red, and stuff that I had sitting on the side, just waiting to go. But they're all sitting in PSA. I think he really is too. That was my whole point on RJ Barrett. Was if I could get him cheap, I would. Man, the stuff I'm waiting on from PSA. I have 6 base Prism Zions there. I have Kobe's there, Barrett's there, Morant's there, Luca Optics, their bases. I have Zion, probably about between two batches. I think there's like 6 to 8 base Zion optics, and it's a regular rated rookie. I added it up, and I was just so upset with how much I had out there on it that if they all PSA 10, it was something ungodly. I think it was just over 28,000. That was without my 80 stuff that I sent in. I do recall that. Yeah, even if people are picking Kobe White up before RJ Barrett and Rui. Rui was another one everybody was going after besides him. Even now, if I see a PYT out there, a Prism, the Knicks are not high priced. I'll grab them because I think if I get two base back PSA 10s, I believe it over covers the spot price, and that's usually on the half case. There's a Prism. Because I was going through stuff. So you can see I've been having a little bit of hot hand. Herbert. That's the cracked ice version the other night. But I was telling everybody about it. With Prism, man, you got to get it early and then you hold it. And I only did like 4 boxes of Prism, maybe 3. I'd have to go back and look. But there's 2 Daniel Jones, 2 Kyler Murrays right there, and they're selling stupid. That's my next PSA thing. Even Metcalf is selling like I think they're around $70 now. Optic Jonesy, but that won't 10, it'll 9 it, but it'll just give me something to sell to make some money. I'm trying to see, I thought I had some more. Oh, I must have sent the mother Barretts in. I lied. I sent the bases in, I guess, because they are not in this stack. Nope. That's the rest of my stuff there for PSA right now, waiting to go. Everybody thought the Knicks were going to be great when they brought in Phil Jackson up there. That with management, I didn't think it would be that great. He's always lucked. He lucked out with getting Jordan and the way he did with the Bulls. He really did. And then you look. Did he? I think he went to Miami for a couple years. No, he didn't. I take it back. He went to the Lakers, and he just left out with Kobe. Yeah, it has. And I mean, that's why when you open a box, and I was preaching this like a year or 2 years ago, to make if you're just throwing away your base rookies out of Prism and Optic, watch they're going to be worth money because people are going to go back to wanting those type of cards. I knew it ahead of time. I just had a strange feeling with talking with everybody, and that's why I just never threw them away or I'd buy them up. I was just really shocked. Like I don't know if you remember I was talking about it, but Rushman. If you look at his Bowman draft Chrome base, PSA 10 last night was over $60 on auction and still a time left. You were at least getting one per box. Man, now I gotta get a blue. I don't know. PSA. I gotta do Beckett on that Herbert though. A PSA both of those. I might even pay a little bit more to get him back a little bit quicker. Maybe up one charge. Yeah, Franco is up there. I mean, everybody's just pouring in money into the hobby, which is great. But if you weren't holding that stuff, off to the side, it's a hard one to get into. Unless you have a license and you can get stuff on the real pre-order price before it goes to the distributors in third and fourth markets, man. Oh, is it? Okay. It's still high for a Chrome card. Yeah, stuff's expensive. And I'm one of the very first people I will hold on. So, like, we'll just say I pulled like a freaking refractor a wit too. I will sell one of my wits and hold the other one. And what I'll do with that money, I'll go back into the 70s and 60s and I'll start looking at something that's like a PSA 8 or higher and I'll buy it. Because that market's really not being touched like everything else right now. I mean, look, you can go out and get a Carlton Fisk, nice grade rookie, dirt cheap. Thurman Munson. Yeah, CBC. This is no joke. Last year's Bowman, I did a half case break, and it was a half. I'll rephrase. It was a case break, but it was a half case Bowman Hobby, half case Bowman Jumbo. I pulled two Holio Blues out of 150. I told the guy to grade them and hold them. I'm telling you, they'd be worth a lot of money. I think he sold them both raw around $400 a piece right after release. If I always tell people, if you don't want the stuff you pull in a break, let me know a price, and I may be interested. I don't really advertise it, but a lot of guys know I'll do it occasionally. Oh, that's really okay. It's just sitting there. I thought one of the Bowman cards were cut wrong in sleeves. And a lot of times I'll buy it. I have no issue on it. I listen to people's prices. You know, maybe save a couple eBay bucks, paying eBay and PayPal fees. But if they don't rush him 2, 3 years, it's probably proper for that kid. I don't think he made it past Double A. Did he even get in Double A last year? I think he might have been single A the whole time. CBC, the only way I would touch a Dominguez would be if I pulled a variation and a base both. I would hold the base and sell the variation. That would be the only way I would even think of keeping a Dominguez. See, I'm mixed with both, Magnus. I have my collections that I do, and a lot of stuff I've been doing now is even reverted into PSA sets. Uh, I do also invest into some stuff because I can sell that and get my stuff for my sets. I guess if that makes sense. Oh, but there'll be people out there to buy it. But then again, I could be that guy that says Dominguez is going to be horrible, and he comes up and he could be like, I'm just throwing like the next Mike Trout, 6, 7, 8 years down the road, and I'll still have a base auto of him sitting there because I pulled the refractor and made enough money to cover all costs plus. Man, them dudes are snipe masters out there. I know people have programs and stuff for that. I've never touched the programs. I've watched videos on people doing it, and I don't want to get if I can't get it at the price. That's it. I get that little alert on my phone that says, "Hey, you're watching this. You got like 15 minutes left." And in about 10 seconds, I'll put the max I'll pay for it. If I get it for that, I get it. If not, I don't get mad. I know. I was looking at some of this stuff selling, and I mean, every auto is over $1,000 bucks. I think the speckle was like I can't remember what I looked at, 18 to 2000. But I mean, some of the stuff, mad money. I think ABC told me the red was on there, and I couldn't find it. He said it was listed at 70,000. Somebody pulled a red auto of him. I don't know if it was a shimmer or a regular red, but I couldn't find it. I wouldn't even list it. I'd have one day that thing. I probably would have flew to Beckett, stayed the night, picked it up next day, then sold it. Okay, yeah, I was right there with the speckles. That it is. I mean, I picked a couple Project 2020s up just because I thought they were cool for the price. Because it was like either I go get into a random team break for $100, or I could pick up five Project 2020s that just look cool for the shelf. I didn't never realize they would go that insane with the artist. I never would have guessed. And the thing is now, even if say that artist comes out with another one, the population is going to be so high, 40, 50, 60,000 of them, and Tops will just print them. They don't care. They should put a limit on it all. Yeah, I mean, I would. Yep, I seen that green one, and I think wasn't there a blue that sold too? Oh no, it was a yellow canary paper auto or something. I think out of 75. I think that was the other one I seen on there. Yeah, if I would pull a red, I would. The same with Otani back in the day. If I would have pulled the red or 101, I was taking time off from work. I would drive, fly, whatever. I would sit there and wait for him to grade. Sad thing is the 101s are still out there for all the big guys. I think a couple of the base have been pulled, but I think the Wit base was pulled 101, and um, somebody else's base was pulled. Might have been the A's dude. I mean, even if I pulled a 101 base of Dominguez, I'd probably fly there back. I did see the printing plate, yep. And there's three printing plates too. So that'll be interesting. Oh, the auto did get pulled. Okay, I haven't seen it yet. So Dominguez is both out there. And I believe, let me look here. I think Poussin's both are still out there. Then probably all the regular rookies too. They're trying to do like Robert and all them. You were at Bates's room then, because Bates pulled the 101 paper, and I think it was his first case that day too. Yep, I was in that random because he ran a big random for like three or four cases combined. Yeah, Bates, I think is done breaking, man. This year, I seen him pop on like with draft, and that was it. I think he's done. He was a smart guy. He really was, and he held all those prism bases and variation and optics from like probably Giannis year forward. Oh yeah, it was expensive. I think I ended up having like the Red Sox and something else out of that break that day. I hit it, and the weird thing was I was in Platt's room too at the same time frame, and I hit the Angels in his massive one and two out of five of his breaks that day. Didn't hit one Otani auto. Yeah, you know what? He was talking one day with me about those optics, and that was like, let me think, 16, 17? No, wait. 17, 18. We were talking about him when, yep, I was going to say Tatum and all those guys were out. Yep, we were talking about it. We were going for all the black velocity and blue velocity, pink velocities. Yep, that and prisms, man. I knew something was going to happen with those just because the way Bowman Chrome was just starting to get crazy. Yep. I started about a month before he started on to, and then it was just, you could get them dirt cheap. I was picking up Tatum, Kuzma, Ball, Donovan Mitchell's, all of them. Those four were my targets. They were. Prisms were getting a little love back then, but nobody was touching optic. And nobody was touching select until really probably late last year. Oh, okay, okay. Then you remember in Bates's room back when Giannis Prism rookies were out, we were doing full case breaks by box war because we were so bored. Because back then he had another guy with him that was breaking. I can't remember his name at all. He started his own breaking after, like, I want to say it was like in 17 or 18, and I don't think he lasted long, maybe 6 months. Yep. Bates always had fun room, man. And the thing with him, he was always out giving stuff away all the time. Break credit, whatever it may be, he was giving away. I would hoard that break credit till like flawless, NT, prism optic, all that, just nailing it. Yeah, we did one. I remember us doing it like that too. Yep. I believe it was off of silvers that we were doing the one. Oh, Bates was always so much fun, man. His rooms. There was never really no drama in there. You know, occasionally there'd be somebody he'd have to ban, but his room was always great. Yep, Fung. Oh yeah, I was the quiet dude really in there. I was always just cool as hell. I mean, I could tell you, he pulled me so many Jeter autos. If I would have the Yankees, that man would end up pulling me a Jeter. He pulled me the museum framed, definitive, all those. And I would just get in because it was fun to get in his breaks, and he would have the Yankees were, well, I think it was about 2 years straight were a filler team if I recall right. I do remember that username. Yep. I started on Breakers TV for about, I don't know what it was, 6, 8 months, and then I moved strictly to YouTube. It started getting too crowded on Breakers TV really badly. I was the guy who would come on Sunday mornings mostly, and I would fill the cases up. Like I'd put it on live Friday night through Saturday. People grab teams. I'd come early Sunday morning on about 10, maybe 11 a.m. the latest, and we'd have the break and everything sold out, done. I'd have it shipped by like 3, 4 p.m. I was doing Bowman vending mostly back then, Bowman Chrome vending. That was in 2016. And then everybody else wanted to start jumping on the early bandwagon. I remember G1, Blez came into it, and I was like, I'm just going to YouTube. Because I was getting mad, man. I'd have people tell me people are coming in the room and sending messages. Hey, I got these teams still available. I'll give you 10% off if you come over. Oh yeah, yeah. The dude who used to come in here and get the cards. Yep. Yeah, because he had to have his leg up for about a week or so. Then he had that young kid breaking for him for a while too. I think his name was like Jake, because they were calling. I think it was Jake from State Farm or something, or not from State Farm. Oh man, Breakers TV is just horrible. I remember when it was Vaughn TV before it was Breakers. Justin TV. Yep. I did. I was breaking back in like 2005 with the hockey dudes, man, on HobbyInsider.net. Yep. He used to come on Saturdays and do all of his eBay stuff for him, eBay breaks, because they were all underneath Gelf. There was like him, Rip City, Jaspy, something like that, and there was another dude too at one time frame. And I think they've all gone their separate ways. I don't know if Bates, when he moved to Ohio, went his own way or not. Oh gosh, I do recall that. I will say this: Bates only had one messed up shipment to me in like, I bet you 4 years breaking with him. And I was just, it was something dumb. It was, I always would take Steeler teams a lot, his stuff, because nobody would grab them. And I'm trying to remember what year it was. It wasn't Mason Rudolph year. Can't remember what it was, but it was like a card he pulled like out of 10 or something for me. I was like, hey man, if you see this pop back in from any of your guys, can you just send it to me? Man, he sent me a huge break credit and all this. I'm like, you don't need to do all that. I just wanted to let you know if I was missing from the package. If it comes in, just let me know. Oh no, no, we were talking about Breakers TV. Guy used to break. He had his. I think his name was Nasty Breaks, but he went by Bateson. Yeah, what I knew something was going on with him towards the end, but like you said, man, whenever you we were talking about all that optic and stuff, man, he was just slamming it. In Prism, I was still grabbing stuff. I'd have to try to catch it when he was like breaking the auctions and ending and people listing stuff. It was the only way I was catching it. When I lived in Georgia, I met him and he was at a huge card show that was, I don't remember if it was Tampa. It might have been in Tampa. And he would go in there, he was buying out collections back in the day. Oh yeah, yeah. He could, I mean, there were nights where it was dead in there, but he would still make something happen with at least a break or two. Yeah, every time I see him in Nationals, he was always breaking. I didn't want to bug him. He when I met him at the Nationals, he was breaking a box of '84 Tops football, the Elway and the Marino year. I want to say that was probably 3 years ago. Oh man, it's really, really changed completely. The whole game did. Oh, there have been so many breakers. I don't even remember who I was breaking with on Hobby Insider Net. I think it was like Sports Card Etc. was one, and there were two dudes out of Canada. I think Sports Card Etc. was somewhere in Pennsylvania. I can't remember them all. There were a lot of big people early on, and then people just started coming in with a ton of money, and all those people that were doing it for so long just faded out of the system because they couldn't get any more allocated product. That's where I went to. I mean, I started being able to get product all the time, and then 16, and then 17, and then when Otani came in 18, everybody wanted to do breaking. And it just gotten worse with Facebook breaks, Instagram breakers, and everything. You just can't get what you used to. There's very few products anymore they give me full cases on. It's mostly because I had allocations from years ago. Like Topps Chrome, I get a case of each. That's it now. Bowman Chrome, I'll get a case of each. Bowman Draft, I'll get a case of regular and like two or three boxes of the Super Jumbo. Those I know every. And Bowman's Best, I think I was started at five. I moved to two cases last year, Bowman's Best. Just because there's so many people out there now. I mean, I was lucky to get a couple of boxes of NT basketball, and I'll probably sell those damn things, to be honest, man. That stuff's just so expensive. Oh, gosh, yeah, yeah, it's bad. And in 16 and 17, you got to figure breakers weren't making much on the product, okay? After shipping and the time that they put in with sorting it, selling it. I mean, if you walked away with, we'll say, 100 to 150 bucks in your pocket, you were happy. And that's before Panini started setting regulations saying you can't go below this price. Well, now with Panini products, there's a big markup on it. It's headaches. It really is. Every week, I sit down probably with my rep from GTS. We're on the phone. A lot of times, I'm like, dude, I don't need to be on the phone this long. If he calls me after 6 p.m., I know he just wants to chit chat. During the day, I'm like, I just need this. That's it. Put it on the card. And they're the ones that get the big bulk of it all. Like Peach is probably the second, and then Southern, and that's just for guys to get it at a real price. I mean, you can still go to Blowout and David Adams and get stuff, but you're going to pay a pretty penny onto it. There's so many headaches that were behind the scenes, late shipments, and it could come in late to the distributor, and they were trying to be nice and overnighting it to you. Being cut last minute. Yep. After the initial pre-order, you probably could still get the product on release day if they have it. I would say 10 to 20% cheaper in blowout prices. And then after that, we'll just say blowouts at 150 a box, you might be paying 140. It's really not that much of a difference. Then one distributor charges 2% transactions, the other one doesn't. I mean, it's just a lot of game with it all. That's why I really moved back away from breaking over the last year and a half. I mean, I'll still break occasionally and put in the store for everybody if they want to get in a half case, full case. But I'd rather just sell boxes to people because it's quicker in sorting, and you don't have to sort. You just have to ship it. And that's what I'll do on Friday night when I come live. I'll have Court Kings, hopefully Tier 1 baseball. Score I'll use as a giveaway for the week, and I'll probably open the other score box up that night. And if I get the Bowman hobby boxes in, but I think Panini. I looked at the Court Kings at $500 a box, which I think was really, really ridiculous. But I think they said we can't sell it lower than 300 a box. No, and that's the thing. So we'll use. I know Bowman Chrome right now because I was looking at it. So like Bowman Chrome is selling for $3,500 a case, the hobby. So if I had to buy it at 3,500, I would probably have to sell it at 41 just to make like $100 profit. Because if people don't pay you, say they send friends and family, then you're okay, cool. But if you're paying PayPal fees, then you have shipping fees. Then you have to take consideration how many top loaders and all that stuff you use and shipping supplies. It probably will come down with a heavy case like something like that there that you're spending probably $300 on shipping alone. If everybody just bought one team, then you add in what is that probably PayPal fees probably close to $100 or credit card transaction fees. Yeah, it really is. I mean, I know breakers right now that still will break, and the thought behind and the idea behind it is that if you got a case of Bowman Chrome and say Bowman HTA, grab it, flip it back to the distributor, and then rebuy the product. So that way, all of a sudden, it looks like you're spending more money, and hopefully, you get more allocation down the road. Oh no, yeah, no, you won't. Mm-mm. And if Tops does what they did with Bowman, they cut it 10% production this year. Now, Grant, I don't know if they took that 10% from hobby and moved it to retail, but if they overall cut 10%, it's what made this stuff even more valuable now, too. But Tops, they don't care what you sell their product at. That's the one thing I like. Panini will make you at a point, and then after 90 days, I believe it is, you can sell for whatever you want. I think that's still the golden rule. Oh, yeah, yeah. I've dipped in numbers through the years. I mean, Bowman Chrome vending, you could sit there. I think it was like 550 a case, maybe 600. Now look at it. Case is selling for $10,000. I wish I'd have held a case or two of that. I really wish I would have. I mean, literally, they cut me to half a case of jumbo and 5 boxes of hobby this year for Bowman. Not complaining. I mean, I still got some, but it's just really hard to get it. And do you really want to pay the aftermarket effect on cards now? Is the other thing. Well, they changed it now. It's all about total money spent by the company. So total for Tops, total for Panini. So say the product sucks. Man, I'm trying to think basketball. Like Court Kings is a horrible product. I'm not a real big Court Kings person. Okay, or like Top certified stuff like that. I would if somebody went back in, we'll use NT basketball this year, and they rebuy in at say 10 or $5,000 a box. I still just to match them have to spend $5,000 in crap product just to keep up with what they're doing, and they're buying the better product, which is hard to get a hold of. Same with Tops. Since Tops came out, I've never been authorized or allocated any clearly authentic. I could buy it all I want after cost, and I've never ever had it. Don't know why. A couple products is starting to show up where I get it now, but not many. I didn't get Ink Series too. They just gave me allocations. I think it was Friday because I was about to ask them because they had the hangers on Walmart. I bought a case. Try my luck with hangers, see what happens. I think I might keep that case sold and see if I can go back on there if it'll let me buy like another 10 boxes and send it to my UPS store address instead. Yeah, it don't make sense anymore to sit there and buy out all the crazy product just to try to keep up with people buying the big stuff. It don't. What's up, ABC? I busted a box of Chrome Jumbo today. I was bored. Pulled the Brave guy out of 50. I don't know how you say it, Paulini. And then a Witt Jr. rookie auto. Wasn't too bad. A lot of stuff off centered, but those were good paper base and some chromes. We just chilling talking about old Breakers TV days and how all the product allocations just gone crazy with the way they keep reinventing the wheel. And the weird part is Panini sent this message out that said all the 1920 product are still going to be under the same rule, but the way they do 2021 is going to be completely different, which is going to be very interesting. Hey, I was going to ask you guys, how are you guys going on to YouTube and being able to like get multiple people on one channel at one time? What you guys were doing? I never seen anything like that. And I was looking at what's his name, the Guns or some Jimmy Guns. Yeah, because he had like Rippin' Gypsy on half the screen and had it labeled with a name on there and all kind of stuff. That'd be kind of cool to really do. Is that what you guys were using? Huh. Okay. I was wondering what everybody was using on that. I thought it was kind of cool. I didn't know if it was like Skype that was somehow in there. Yeah, I thought it was kind of cool, honestly. Because you didn't have to show like your picture; you could just be on there by voice, just talking. I was going through XSplit last night looking, and there was like all these new features and stuff on there, and I was like, oh boy, I'm just gonna send them an email and see if they have something like that. Because there's no app like where there's like a YouTube app I use on XSplit. There's nothing for Zoom or anything. Huh. Ah. See, XSplit's free, but I do pay for the. I bought the lifetime for like $100 or something. I wasn't too sure if they were using OBS because I think OBS lets you use Zoom. Ah, I see. Yeah, I'd have to see how that all works. If it's a whole new program that I'd have to use instead of this, as long as it gave me certain features, I wouldn't mind. Especially with like having like where I have this camera, then I have a top camera up here that I'd be able to still like present this display into it like that. Yeah, I tried googling it late last night, and they were using all kind of options like a Zoom conference, but I still like having the second camera on my screen to where it's down to where like if I would knock my primary camera over, I still have my top camera coming down so nobody could claim like shady business stuff like that. But if it's just a chit chat on, I wouldn't care if it's just one camera. Yeah, I gotta do shipping. I'm gonna do it after the giveaway tonight, just in case somebody that has shipping stuff hits the giveaway. I can just throw it in the package. That there, and probably look at this week send another order out for grades. All right, now I want to cook some steaks on the grill here shortly. I don't know how long. I've been on an hour and a half. Wow. Didn't even realize I've been on that long. I didn't know if anybody'd be on this morning when I came on at like 11. I figured I'd come on, open a box up. If anybody was on, they'd hop on, chit chat for a little bit. And it was pretty, I think I had one time like 11 people viewing. So I was kind of shocked that many people were up early. I can't do sushi, man. I went to Japan, and well, first we had to go to a Japanese home and eat Japanese food, and the second time we ate American. Well, the first time I went there, they had sushi, and it was some crazy sushi stuff, man. I remember like these seaweed wraps before they became big over here, and they were like more seaweedy than you can imagine too. Um, and it was the sauce, but I didn't mind it, but I got so sick that night it wasn't even funny. Our whole little group couldn't even work for 2 days afterwards because we were just done. Oh, that's cool. I used to do that all the time too. Man, I did so down where you're at. Well, you're not really near too close to Atlanta, I don't think. But I dated a girl for a while when I lived down in Columbus. She lived up in Atlanta. She used to love sushi. She used to take me to these crazy places in Atlanta for sushi, and I'd be like, as long as they had chicken teriyaki, I was good. But she would. There was something called a Californian roll and something else. Oh, 45. Okay, that ain't too bad. Yeah, I used to have to take because she lived up in what the heck was the name of that town? Smyrna. It was from Columbus up. It was like probably about an hour and 20, hour and 30 with traffic, light traffic that is. Before her, what the heck? Kennesaw. The girl was from Kennesaw I dated before her. My much younger years, late 20s, early 30s era I'd say. That was it. Spicy shrimp. Spicy shrimp. So they had some other thing with it. It was spicy shrimp something. She would get that too. I just remember she would get two rolls. And this girl was little, ABC. Little. Maybe a buck 10, I would say. And she would put down two rolls. When she first ordered, I was like, there's no way. I was like, you taking some home with you? I mean, it wasn't, it's one of them conversations you have, but I wasn't really rude about it. I figured she was ordering something to take with her because she was talking for like 2 months about this sushi place. She put down two rolls. I mean, those two rolls were more heavier than my chicken teriyaki and fried rice I had there. And I think I had like shrimp teriyaki too, they did with me. I couldn't believe she put down that much, man. I see, I like Korean food, and I love some kimbap, which is pretty much like a sushi roll with meat's cooked, or you can have uncooked in there too. That there and some bulgogi. Yeah, I couldn't do it. Ever since Japan, man, they had like these squid legs and stuff like that were barbecue flavored. Now the squid legs, though, I believe were cooked, if I remember right, for some reason. I never got stationed in Korea. I picked it up from guys that were in Korea, stationed in Korea, and they'd find these like hole in the wall Korean restaurants. And one day I tried bulgogi. Then you have what they call it, daiji bulgogi, like a spicy pork. Then you have like a bulgogi meat, beef or something like that too. I liked it, man. Um, the only thing I can't eat is kimchi because of the cabbage. I used to be a big cabbage person. I used to like a Polish food called halupki. It was like a kind of like it's ground meat mixed with ground pork and ground veal with rice into it. And then you wrap it with cabbage and you cook it in like tomato soup. I used to do it all the time, but I got deployed to Iraq, came back, and cabbage was no good in my stomach for some reason anymore. Yeah, I like some Korean food. Thai too, but I gotta watch the spicy stuff. When they were, I guess somehow I developed like where the bottom of like my throat or esophagus is like has like extra tissue now on it, so it's smaller and food gets stuck. So like you'll see me like take a bite and have to drink a lot of water with it to get everything down if it's like a solid food like beef or something or even bread. But they end up doing this expansion where they put like a balloon in you and it blows it up. Well, they ripped me and I have a hiatal hernia which they don't want to fix. So yeah, I can't do no real spicy stuff anymore. Gets in there and I gotta take these crazy pills every day for any kind of like acid that builds up, burns. Oh man, it's horrible, horrible hobby. It's horrible experience. I feel for anybody that has that. And a lot of times, if I'm drinking, like if I'll go out and I'll get steak, I'm not a real big soda person. I will get that with steak just because it's easier with the fizz to go down. Not today, Richard. I did some card sales yesterday. This here, I opened a box of Bowman up jumbo early on and just stuck around talking for a while. I think I'll do the sale like once, twice a month. Stuff before I stick it in the store just to save some time and energy. Of most of the guys come on YouTube anyhow and grab stuff. But then I got guys don't come on YouTube or have a chance or have the account and they buy from the store. It's really weird. It all started because of the card shows being pulled. A lot of people started going in there. I started listening a lot. No idea. They'll go get graded and probably sit. Because with the rest of the stuff that I grade, these two will get graded and sit. With the rest of the stuff, it'll pay for the box. So those are just pure profit to sit. I'm hoping he does well. I just don't know enough on him to be honest. But with pulling those two, I'm wondering what's in the rest of the jumbo because it could be one of those hot cases. But we'll find out eventually here in a couple months when I start opening them. I always try to get like a half case or so of jumbos for myself to open up. Oh, does he even have his stuff on the back? Let's take a look. One home run, 262 average, 164 at bats, 27 RBIs. Number 9 overall prospect. Gatorade National Player of the Year, batted 489 with 15 home runs as Prep Senior. Guess he was an amateur pitcher. Hmm. If there's a blue auto on eBay of him that's a Bowman, first Bowman for 325, I'd probably buy it. I'd take a chance at it. I ain't gonna lie. I spent on my little eBay gift certificates from the casino up. A guy had a first Bowman Patchy, if that's how you say his name. Dropped it to where he was trying to get 299 for it. There was no way, and he sent an offer out probably like 2 a.m. ish. They take 200, sales have been like 195 to like 210, 215. I said, what the heck? I'll pull the trigger. I wanted one. Got one now. PSA 10. I had a BGS 95 quad 95, but I ended up trading it in a deal. So if you were on that watch list of that card and you woke up and it says sold now, I am the guy that did pull the trigger. Pull the trigger on a lot of stuff this weekend. I was holding all those little eBay gift certificates from the casino, hoping they would do like a 10 or 5% eBay bucks, and they didn't. And I know the end of thing is coming here today, so hit it up. I have 3 left, Trout rookies in my safe that I will not get rid of. I bought those so much in 2011, it's not even funny. And then I picked up like I had the diamond, the blue, I had another Walmart variation. I forget what it is now. I forget. I'd have to go back and look at the trade. And a guy, when I was starting to sell my Trout PSA 10s I had, because I had a stack of them, because I was buying them back in the day for like 30, 40 bucks a pop. Um, I wanted a very well graded Nolan Ryan rookie, and he came through. This is probably last summer, maybe. Pretty sure it was last summer. I don't think it was fall. Yes, he knew I was a big collector of Nolan Ryan. And now I don't collect a lot of stuff from like 97 and on. I will if it's low numbered or an auto occasionally pick it up. But I'll put you this way: my highest grade Nolan Ryan at the time frame was a PSA 6, and he came through big time. So we hooked a good deal up. Plus, I got a little cash too. But I did owe him because I led him to a big sale and a vintage, which I couldn't afford. I mean, it was you would have to offer hundreds of thousands, and he took it. And the dude had a bunch of Clemente rookies, and I wanted one. And he set them all off, got them graded and stuff, and he sent me one for free for hooking him up on a deal. So, really, when I did the child thing, I was remembering that too with the Nolan Ryan, and he gave me cash too. Like I said, yeah, stuff in my safe probably will never ever leave my hands unless something stupid goes on, and I don't know. I try not even to look at that thing. It's probably sitting now around. I'm gonna guess 300 to 350 cards in it graded. I do. I'll be doing personals Friday night. I'll have. I should have Bowman Hobby in. I will have Core Kings basketball, Tier One baseball. I think that's it. So I'm going to give one of the two boxes a score away in a giveaway, and I'll open the other score football up just to look at it. I don't even want to talk Brady rookies, man. In 2009, I was deployed, and I ended up buying three contenders. Okay, this still irks me now to this day. And I think I had like three or four Bowman Chromes. Got them graded, and in 2015 I sold them. I want to say it was maybe 16. I think it was 16 because I was retired already. So 16. I didn't keep them. I wanted to keep one, but I didn't. I kicked myself one of each. And see, that's the issue. To get my save, it's a big process, but and it's just time consuming to me to dig through it. And I try not to get into that end. Almost like how I have these old boxes in the far end of my one closet down here. I want to open the stuff, but for me to get to it, it's just too much time to get to pulling stuff. But I try not to look in that closet where I have that safe at. And I purposely stacked a lot of ammunition in front of it so that way I have to pull all the boxes of ammunition out. I think it was like a couple years ago, dude was telling me ammunition was going to get shorted, and I bought a whole bunch of like 12 gauge shells, 22 shells, 9 mil, 45. I think that was it. It's in there. So I got two rows of that in front of all that stuff. But yeah, I try to hold stuff. I mean, I do collect and I also do invest to buy into my collections, I guess you could say. Now I just been working PSA sets because everything is just new stuff's too high up there, going crazy in price. As we were talking about Dominguez, if I end up pulling like the red today, I would actually fly down and get BGS degraded same day or next day, whatever it is, 1 day process. And then I probably would find some auction house to sell it for some stupid money. And I would, I don't know what I would do after that. I probably would officially re-retire again and just sit here all day on YouTube. Uh, Man, I don't even know. Baker RPA NT would not be it. I'm trying to think with current values now. Wouldn't be the Otani Gold Auto. I don't even know. Maybe the Otani Gold Auto, really. And I'm going with stuff that I personally opened, not that I got in a break of and paid to get into somebody else's break. Yes. I mean, I pulled some nice 101s, and I just don't know from like Dynasty and stuff through time where, I'm sure they're high priced. I just don't know. I mean, I had the 101, one of the 101 Griffey Dynasty auto patches from Dynasty. I think it was 2 years ago, maybe three. I'd have to go back and look. Had some nice Ichiro stuff pulled and Jeter. I mean, I have a Luca Tiger Stripe. I know Steel City. I think back in the day they were Pittsburgh Wholesale, and I think they got bought out or renamed, if I recall right. Yeah, I mean, I'm just sitting here trying to think of some of this stuff. You know what? I take it all back. I have a Connor McDavid Young Gun, and I forget what they're called, but it's out of 10. Or I have a couple of Jordan autos too that I pulled. Hey, what's up, Greg? I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing? I busted a box of Bowman Jumbo a little bit earlier. Did pretty nice. Now that I'm thinking in my safe, you know what, Richard? I have a Jordan and Kobe dual auto out of five. It's an upper deck, and I think it was SP authentic, if I recall right. I guess my mom bought me some from Amazon because now she's sending me a picture of a map saying 9 stops away to your house. I don't even know what she bought. Oh man, maybe she bought me some baseball cards. Oh, I miss Upper Deck. I cry every day about Upper Deck because they have LeBron, Jordan, and Ben Simmons all under wrap. I cry every day. And I'm glad I bought my Jordan autos within the last 2 years before the hype. I would not be able to get one today unless I pulled a Dominguez. And that's honestly what I would probably buy is a graded Jordan auto from Upper Deck somewhere. It could be in a college uniform. I wouldn't care. Upper Deck treated me so good with that LeBron out of five auto that they didn't produce that I will probably forever be with them. And even with I had some Upper Deck back in 15, 16. I was hunting McDavid and Matt Murray for the Penguins hockey, and I had 3 upper deck black Matt Murray's out of 99. I went like over a year and a half, almost 2 years on him. And while I was talking to him about the LeBron that they hooked me up with, I was like, man, I want to redeem these Matt Murrays with you guys, but they lost so much value over time. They hooked me up on that too. They basically gave me the price at the high point that they sold for. They sent me a cool. It was a Jeter and Clemens auto from Upper Deck that was out of 25 for him, and the LeBron. They gave me the whole thing of the Yankees. It was those what do they call them? The Letterman with the YA and all that stuff onto it. They sent me the whole set. I think they were numbered out like 23, 27. And then I ended up asking if they had any extras when I was killing out all my old redemptions. They sent me two more, and I sold those to somebody. I think they were like $300 a pop, but I have the whole set. That I won't get rid of either, just because it's really cool to own a whole Letterman, I guess you could say, set. And what was cool was he gave me all the same number across the board. But I will never, ever put Upper Deck down with customer service with how they always dealt with me through the years. Tops by far is the worst I've ever dealt with. Panini's getting there, but if you can find the right rep to talk to and they don't get promoted or quit, you can really get some nice hookups too. I think so too. I mean, look, they were the ones that started with the Sweet Spot Baseball. Remember that? Autographs. Then they had the bats that were autographed too. Then everybody started taking it up. Do? No. Agua. Oh, you said. Oh, I thought you meant Mountain Dew. No. Too early, man. Too early, Slobs. Too early. Let me get you modded up too. A lot of times because I'm doing other stuff, I don't ever get to get everybody wrenched up. Mm-mm. I'm about to go on the grill and go cook me up some nice ribeyes here very shortly. I'm just waiting for. I threw laundry in upstairs. I think that just got done, and then I was doing like the dishwasher and stuff like that. And it's just too loud to watch TV, so I decided to come down here and open a box of Bowman, and I'm really happy I did. Really, really happy. I don't really drink too much anymore. I think ever since about 2011, I developed a kidney stone that was too big to pass. And like I was in so much pain, I never rode in an ambulance before. I did that day. Um, it started the night before I was out for my buddy's wife's birthday, and I didn't even know I had a kidney stone, but it got lodged to where it was painful, and they drove me home, and I couldn't make it through the night. But ever since that day, remembering the pain I was in, it reminds me of. Oh yeah, Bobby Wood definitely did. It reminds me of the pain that I went through, and I don't drink much. Occasionally, I have a whole bunch of wine up there. I still have bottles of Captain Morgan, Crown Royal, and Jack Daniels that the soldiers would get me when I was a drill sergeant. I don't know why they thought it was cool to buy their drill sergeant alcohol when they graduated. But I probably have over 40 bottles of hard liquor there. I'm thinking we might do tier one. I have a half case coming this week, Greg. I may offer it up Friday if people want to do individuals on it, but I doubt anybody's going to do individuals at tier one. I'll see. If not, I'll do a break on it. The Tier 1's a really nice product. Don't get me wrong. I love going knob hunt. Well, yeah, bat knob hunting and bat barrel hunting, really. And then I'll have some Bowman Hobby if it comes in this week, too, if anybody wants personals of it. And yes, it'll be cheaper than what the market's at. I, but yeah, I think what was the other one I said? Court Kings basketball too, but you asked for baseball. I like Tier 1. I never had an issue with Tier 1. I love going for the hunt. And one day I will pull a bat knob. Whether it's for myself or for somebody else, I will do it. I can't tell you how many breaks I've bought in a Tier 1 over the years I've yet to even get a bat knob pulled for me. Last year, I just missed the trout one. I was going in the store to buy the Angels because he had them in like four breaks, and somebody beat me to it. And dang it, they pulled the trout. It was not the autograph one, but it was still a trout bat knob. No, Tier 1 don't come out to this weekend Friday. I haven't opened any up 2020. How'd you get Tier 1 already from this year? I mean, 2019 stuff has been out since last, like, June-ish. Oh, yeah, no, I'd opened 2019, so I was like, 2020. I'm like, how'd you get a hold of that? Because the release date's Friday for it. But I'll have a half case in here. I mean, if nobody wants to buy boxes outright, then I'll just do a break with it. I'll put it in the store. I'll have it on standby in the store type deal. Or maybe I'll just do it as a break. I think I'll just do it as a break in the store. I'll combo up all the teams. That way it's like 15 spots random. Make some teams triple team because you already, well, it's a hard hit. I think there's only three cards a pack in Tier 1 if I remember right. I will not buy in after pre-order slobs, not at all. Stuff that I would rebuy into after release, clearly authentic, and that's about it. Maybe Topps Chrome. Topps Chrome doesn't get enough love, and it usually stays pretty good in price. Bowman's Best, I'd probably touch it with maybe a week after release. That's about it. Kill all the Bowmans. If I don't get on pre-order, I'm not reordering into it. Depending on what I didn't get any Series 2 from the distributor, but depending on release day, what they have, they're selling it at, I may buy some Hobby and Jumbo. Same with Topps Update. But the rest of it, nope. They said, I don't think they're opening up spring training until right after 4th of July, if I recall right. The last I heard. I believe they are, Greg. I think if Magnus is still in here, he was talking about it. And I think they were already selling his stuff at some crazy amount prices, if I recall right. If Magnus is still in here, he'll hop on back. I remember him talking about it. Talking about all the riots with the news. You know what makes me mad is they rioted in Pittsburgh last night and they desecrated Mary Lemieux's statue. Why would you do that? That man saved hockey in Pittsburgh. When that team was under and going bankrupt and everything, he bought out. It just made me so mad seeing that. I thought it was the Roberto Clemente statue. I was really going to be fired up on that. But it was Lemieux. Why? That's just so wrong. That man saved hockey, and he tried to go in with oh, what's the Mavs owner's name? The Shark Tank dude, because he's from Pittsburgh. Because he tried to get him and some other dude to invest and buy the Pirates out of Nutting, and he wouldn't do it. Ah, yeah, Mark Cuban, that's it. Yep, Lemieux tried to get with Mark Cuban and some other person to buy the Pirates from Nutting, and they offered him way more than the team was worth. He wouldn't take it because he's making so much money a year by not putting in the team. Ever since 1993, he has ruined the Pittsburgh Pirates. We had one of the greatest teams. Bonds, Bonilla, Andy Van Slyke, Sid Bream at first base. He left to go play for Atlanta. Bonilla went to the Mets and still getting paid to this day. Bonds went to San Francisco. I think Van Slyke went back to the Cardinals. Man, it was just horrible. Oh, yeah, yeah. I was watching that last night. All the cities. Dallas with that dude with trying to chase away looters with a sword, and they ganged up and beat him with a skateboard. That was disgusting. And I don't mean it like in a good way disgusting. They ruined Louisville. That's about 45 minutes north of me completely. I had a couple people, I guess, that took videos and pictures of driving around. It's horrible. Horrible. Yeah, Greg, it makes me so mad with all that stuff. The thing that really gets me the worst is you have businesses that have nothing to do at all. They're trying to survive and employ people even during COVID-19, but yet we're going to break their windows, loot them, and break all their stuff in the restaurants and stuff. It makes me mad. Well, the only thing you'll get is the National Guard. You ain't going to get the real Army. National Guard's already been posted in a lot of states. Like Louisville got 350 guardsmen last night and did nothing to help. Nothing. Regular Army can't be dispatched to handle stuff like that. I think the president has to do some crazy law. I was in for 20, so I forget what the law is. Oh yeah, I see a lot of people with that stuff with the theories out there. I just honestly anymore, I just keep to myself and do baseball cards, and I have a lot of guns and ammunition, swords, knives, and everything else. That's it. If it wasn't for my people saying to my phone, I wouldn't know, honestly. And as far like with Facebook, I get these things that people tag me in, and the only reason I keep my social media up is because of with baseball cards basically. And they tag me and stuff, and I look at it, I'm like, this is horrible, 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 and I don't give any input, nothing. I'll speak real briefly onto it and just say that I do not approve of what's going on out there. And that's about it. Because next thing you know, somebody's gonna be like, "Oh, Extreme said this," and next thing you know, I have like riders outside my porch. That would not be cool. But no, I just don't. I don't approve of destroying businesses and monuments and all that stuff. I think it's way overboard. Way, way overboard. I am only on it just because of this reason here, because I get into razzes and rooms and stuff like that that have been around with a bunch of good guys for years. If it probably was not for sports cards, I would not be on it. Look, you can see how much I monitor my Instagram and Twitter. A guy I know back in Pennsylvania was a sniper, and this is no joke. I want to say somewhere during the middle of COVID-19 when it started, he did the right thing, but he got a lot of national exposure. He flew his flag at half mast because the country was in distress. Or no, I'm sorry, he flew the flag upside down, not at half mast. He flew it upside down. Man, the exposure got him for doing that. It was not good. I understood the reason behind it, and but I wasn't getting in on it because he tried to get me provoked on him. Nope. Everybody back here was talking about it. I'm like, no, not saying a word. Look up the definition of what it means and make your own judgment because as soon as you take a stance, especially on sorry about that, I was picking up trash. The social media part, you people will start sending you death threats, calling your employer up, and everything else. Oh, thanks, man. And I appreciate people saying that too, but the story behind it was I got in trouble, and if Brian was on here, he would know why because we grew up together. And basically, it was one of those life altering choices where it was either join the army or probably end up in jail. So it was good to me through the years. I can't complain with the training and everything. Now, my body is messed up from it all and the experiences, but I wouldn't trade it at all. Made some real hardcore friendships through the years, and I'm not joking. There's been times where I needed something, and somebody that I served with come through, boom, just like that. You just get a special bond with the guys when you deploy and stuff. Go out and get in a firefight or two or 100, and it's been good over the years. It's had its ups and downs. Well, guys, I've been on for about a little over 2 hours. I'm going to call it a day because I'm going to go cook some food. Don't forget giveaway video down Fort Hood. Yep, yep. I said a lot of people Fort Hood now. They were under strength for a while. But there is a giveaway, and the video should be linked in the description. It goes off. Last comment could be at 5 p.m. today. I'll come on at 6 real quick. We'll do the giveaway. And I'm going to get everything shipped out from yesterday just in case somebody has the order here hits the giveaway. That way I don't have to do a second package onto them all. I do appreciate everybody stopping by. Like as always, you guys feel free to drop your links in the chat and stuff like that when I'm on. It's always good to try to network, try to get other people to see other people's channels too. But I will holler at y'all later. Have a good day. I'm gonna go grab some steaks on the grill here. Take care. Oh, there you guys go. Steven's Cards is starting. Another dude from Kentucky, man. You guys go over there. Is he doing a? Yeah, he's okay. I see the card sale. So he's doing a sale. Hop on over, see what he's got. Maybe pick up some items from him. I don't have a link, or I'd drop it, Derby. You're more welcome to, but I'm gonna go ahead and kill the stream. Guys, check out Steven's Cards, and I'll check you out later. I'll probably check them out as soon as I get grilling done here. Oh, there you go. Derby just dropped a link for anybody who wants to go over there. Thanks, Derby. You guys check them out. Give them some love over there. Talk to y'all later tonight.